So I'm Guillaume, I'm the current owner and CEO of Kaltimber. Kaltimber is a company which is specialized in 100% recycled Ulin ironwood for decking and flooring. So we handle all kinds of projects, whether it's in Bali or internationally, and we work both B2B and B2C. That's the specificity also of Kaltimber, is that we have no minimum order quantity. So people, they can order container loads, multiple container loads, and they can also order just one plank or half a plank, or I mean, there's no volume really for us to take. The sustainability side is pretty simple. We are only working reclaimed wood material, so there's no trees that are getting cut down in the process. We are dismantling all buildings, bridges, roads, boats, and anything else that can be dismantled. While on the ethical side, we are also very active on tree replanting and working with community over there to make sure of the origins of the wood and make sure that this is according to all the legal requirements. The idea of what we are doing is that at Kaltimber offering only one type of wood, and that's ironwood, also known as Ulin here, Ulin from Kalimantan. We only work the reclaimed Ulin version. The wood by itself is naturally anti-termite and rot resistant, so it's going to be a very long-lasting option, no matter in which climate you put it, especially in tropical climate. It's been used in Kaltim by the Dayak people for generations, and it's going to still be used for generations also. In Kaltimber, for example, we have a 25 years limited warranty on the product because we need to put a number for warranty, but it could be like a 50 years for all we know. As long as the material is well prepared, the installation is well made, then the product is going to last basically forever. That's both yes and no at the same time. Yes, because we can custom product within the limitation of the raw material that we receive. So as I said before, since we are not working from a log that we transform into something, we are working from a material that we dismantle. It can be a plank, it can be a beams. They have their own size. So we have to use those sizes within the limitation of those sizes. Obviously, if a plank is 2 centimeters, I cannot make it 3. So we can work custom within the limitation of what the material allows us, as well as within what we accept as a waste. Because when you are doing custom work, you are wasting a lot of material, and it's already complicated enough to get access to that material. It's already expensive enough to acquire that material, and we don't want to waste that material. So no matter what the volume is, whether it's a tiny volume or a big volume, if it's wasting too much for us, we're just going to turn down the order. So we also have that side of like respect the material that we receive, work custom as long as it's doable, and that's also where we have specificities working with contractor, architect, designer, where we can recommend, okay, you want to do that, how about we take that way or this way or that way. So we give options within the range of what's possible to do for people to be able to achieve what they want to achieve without wasting and within the limitation of the material. So at a production level, we have many different steps of control at every single stage of the production, from board selection, according to what the final product will be, all the way through any single machine and down to the finishing part of it. We have some specific SOP at every single stages. Now, this is to ensure the quality of the product that goes out. It's not to ensure the long-lasting quality of it, because the long-lasting product is the wood itself and the nature of the wood itself. Reclaimed Ulin and Ulin in general is long-lasting by nature. So we do not have to make any kind of treatment, oil saturating it, or lacquers, or any kind of specific treatment to make it long-lasting. It is naturally long-lasting. The pillars of the company are fair, sustainable and competent. And we take pride in those three pillars for the company. Competent because we are doing this and only this. We are not spreading our knowledge through many different types of products. We are really focusing on that. Sustainable because of the nature of the reclaiming of what we are doing. And fair because at the pricing level we try to be fair. Because we are also producing a lot, we are also very efficient in terms of what we are doing. We have a fair production price tag, meaning that we also have price promise. And if somehow people find the same product cheaper elsewhere, we line up and we add discount on it. We are that sure of our price tag that we can offer this kind of additional discount based on competition pricing. And so far, no one ever claimed that. So I'm touching wood that it just stays that way. We do work with a lot of partners and they have some specific pricing for professional people, and we have discount on volume also. So certain square meter volume give you access to certain margin of discount. So for that better, people come to see us and see what are the options in the office, and then we tell them, okay, that's the discount you get for a certain volume that you have. But the price range is huge because you have from raw material, which doesn't cost much, all the way to fully finished, high-end, maybe burnt, like shosugiban options that cost a lot of money because it's very lengthy, mostly handmade process, very skilled carpenter that spend days and days doing it. So there's the huge gap from the entry product all the way to the most expensive product. It will depend obviously of the volume. One plaque will be much faster than 5 containers. Right now the waiting list is in between 3 to 6 months until we can take on a new order. And since we work on a FIFO base, so first in, first out, whoever made the deposit first get in the production line and then we'll get scheduled as such. Then on top of that, you have to add the production time. If it's tiny orders, we can always run them on the side of our productions. Or if it's an order which is similar to what we have, we can somehow squeeze it somewhere. But for volume order, that's gonna take a big part of the team. Right now, we talk about like 4 container a month of capacity right now. So that gives you an idea of production and lead time. So 3 to 6 months to get in production, and then 4 to 6 weeks to get out big volumes order. Kaltimber, we only sell ex-factory. So we do not handle loading, packaging, we do not handle shipping, we do not handle anything. We sell it ex-factory only, whether national or international. This being said, we work not in partnership, but we do recommend some people that are able to handle that, and we can assist clients with that process, and so they just like receive the material, but it's not under the responsibility of Kaltimber itself. In general, we have a list of contractors that are able to make the installation. We send that list to the customer, and then it's up to them after to reach out and check the pricing and check who they want to work with. We do not work on a commission base with any of those people. It's really like, that's a list, choose the one that you want and go with them. So we have some that we like to recommend, definitely, because of the quality of their work. Some that were here already before. But we do not install the material. This being said, we are always, and we have always been, and we are always available for technical information. If it's made by someone that doesn't understand the Ulin, we can always dispatch one of our team members on site to make sure that they can supervise what's happening, give direction, and make sure that the wood is properly installed. This is, let's say, at the discretion of the company. So for big order, we usually send someone for free to check it out. If we need to have someone on site during all the installation, then it's going to be extra charged. Wood is an important element, yes, but the installation is a very important element also. If any of those 2 steps are somewhat not made properly, there's going to be problem. And when there is problem, it's really hard to fix it very often. You have to wait until the wood finish to move and so on. So you really need to get all the stages well made to get a long-lasting product. So the good thing is that Ulin will still look great no matter what after a few years. It will naturally turn grayish, so the smooth version will turn grayish, while the rustic version, which is a little bit dark black, will stay within a dark range. The care for Ulin and the maintenance for Ulin is very complicated because you have absolutely nothing to do. Just install it and leave it. So it's actually one of the easiest wood to take care of because you don't need to take care of it. Install it and let it be. The more you will try to smooth it, oil it and all that kind of stuff, you're just going to damage the top structure, you're going to damage the profile. So we often say it's really hard to take care of Ulin because you have to not take care of Ulin. Just let it be. We work more on a volume, on a yearly volume base more than on an agreement because, well, we are a business before everything, and sometimes people will come to you with a big idea and big project and they order 50 square meters with a big discount and then they just never come again because the project changed. I mean, it's not malicious, but maybe the project change or the ID change, the wood change. I mean, there can be so many reasons beyond a malicious act. So this being said, we are more into order the volume within 1 year on a tax year, basically. So it's very simple. As long as you get that volume, then you get that discount and it's kept. All the partnership that we have set up with companies, even though they do not reach those volume, we keep those discounts in place because it was set up before. Now it's another system. We do not give exclusivity, regional exclusivity or nationwide exclusivity, except internationally speaking. So like we have a distributor like in New Zealand, in France and in the US. So those people we can give region or even nationwide exclusivity. But for the national territory, except in the Jabodetabek area where we have someone and they are the only one that can handle our product, all the rest of Indonesia, it's open and we don't want to give any kind of exclusivity. To avoid headache, because they will not have to do any care. And it's always the same, it's always comparing budget versus investment. So Ulin is not a budget buy. If you want a budget buy, you go to cheap wood. Then you're gonna have something that's gonna last 1, 2, 3 years, then you have to replace everything, which is what a lot of developers are doing because they build, they sell the house, and then that's not their problem anymore, which is fine. If you are looking on the long term, then you go to the investment side. This being said, if you compare, for example, Ulin, ironwood, reclaimed Ulin with Benkirai, which is highly used Benkirai right now. Benkirai, you need to have a care on the wood at least once a year. Within maximum 2 years, based on the cost of those refinishing, you will have exceed the price of buying Ulin. So it's not like, that's an investment and I'm gonna get my money worth back within 15 or 20 years. No, within 2, maximum 3 years, you have your money worth back and then you are comfortable basically all the way until the end of your lease or until you sell your house. So integrating reclaim, not new Ulin. New Ulin is a shame that this is still allowed to be sold. There's a huge load of Ulin to reclaim. We talk about entire villages. Some of them, the use is gone. And so the whole building they are there, the roads, the mosque, the house, the school, everything to be reclaimed, to be used. So you have a long-lasting material with character, with history, with a great price tag, and without the headache of using other woods. I mean, like, people should push more into that option. And we at Kaltimber, when we work with professionals, but also with private people, we love to share the origin of the wood and the sourcing that we are making. Like recently, we dismantled a huge bridge from the Japanese occupation. So we talk about like nearly 100 years ago. All the huge beams and planks, and so we dismantled that and we have all the photo and we share that to the people so they understand the origin of what they have. It's not just a piece of wood, it's really a piece of history, you know, to be proud of. So that's also why before I say we don't want to waste the material. We want to use as much of it. Custom, okay, make people happy, okay, but respect also the material. Indoor, that's a long topic. You can use anything indoor. Outdoor, it's a no contest. So indoor, sometimes people come to us and they tell us like, I want this inside. Okay, Ulin is not a good option for you. But outdoor, that's really a no contest. From the termite, from the decay, from all those things that will damage the wood. Plus, when they buy from us, we replant tree. So 2023, we replanted 600 ironwood trees with the FNPF. So for all of those, go to some reclaimed Ulin. Even if it's not from Kaltimber, get some reclaimed Ulin.